Symphony presents Thinkers of Tomorrow in partnership with News 18 Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Symphony Presents Thinkers of Tomorrow in partnership with News 18 Network. And I'm your host tonight, Radhika Sinha. This is our brand new initiative which is spread across multiple cities, and the purpose is to recognize and honor the most sustainable and forward-thinking MSME across India. And this edition is coming to you from the southern part of India, Chennai. May I please welcome Shyam Sundar Rao, Zonal Sales Head, Symphony Limited, onto the stage for his welcome address.
Good evening, everybody. On behalf of Symphony and News 18 Network, I would like to thank all of you for joining us here today. Friends, you will be amazed to know that when I tell you that India as a country is losing 1 billion working hours for the MSME sector every year due to unbearable heat, which is equivalent to 3.5 million additional manpower. Uncomfortable working places lead to absenteeism, attrition, and longer breaks as well, which leads to erosion of productivity as well as profitability. Thus, in this series of events called Thinkers of Tomorrow, we are trying to make a small effort to send the message of sustainability by recognizing those MSME members who have made efforts in balancing both employee comfort as well as environment without losing the focus on profitability. We want to celebrate this journey with all of you, as we strongly believe that future of India lies in the hands of MSME, and I personally strongly believe that MSMEs of today are MNCs of tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Rao, for those insights. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to deliver tonight's special address, we have with us a visionary leader with deep expertise in automobiles, engineering, technology, and business strategy. Please welcome on stage Mr. Vikrant Mohan, National President, All India Automobile Workshop Association.
I would begin with an automobile scenario that we are in our country. Over the past decade, India has emerged as one of the largest and the fastest growing markets in the automobile industry. Many multinationals are looking at India as a major manufacturing and export hub. India has a distinct advantage of being one of the leaders in sectors like light passenger and commercial vehicles, two-wheelers, and automotive components. Due to exposure to the world-class manufacturing and collaboration within the world leaders, the Indian automobile industry has witnessed rapid development in research and supply chains within the country, thus helping the big corporations to optimize the cost. This has created great opportunities for engineering and manufacturing companies in the MSME sector. Lots of MSMEs are involved in developing innovative products, components, and technologies for this sector. The MSME sector plays a crucial role in the Indian automobile industry. It comprises various ancillary industries which provide critical components and services to the original equipment manufacturers and Tier 1 suppliers. The MSME in the automobile industry can benefit from the government's MSME schemes, which provides various incentives and support for the growth and development. The MSME scheme in India can help the Indian economy in several ways. The employment generation. The MSME sector is a significant contributor to employment generation in India, with over 110 million people employed. The scheme provides various incentives to encourage the establishment of new SMEs and the growth of existing ones, which can lead to more jobs opportunities in the country. The boost to entrepreneurship. The MSME scheme encourages entrepreneurship by providing financial assistance, skill development training, and technology upgradation support to new and existing MSMEs. This can lead to the creation of more entrepreneurs who can contribute to the growth of the Indian economy. However, MSMEs will need to adopt technology innovative and adapt to changing market dynamics to stay competitive and succeed in the long run. Thank you so much for your patience hearing.
Thank you, Mr. Mohan, for those enlightening words. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for this evening's panel discussion titled Indian MSMEs, Navigating a New World Order and Building a New India.
Good evening, everybody, and a very warm welcome to Thinkers of Tomorrow, a proud new initiative of News 18 Network and Symphony. May I first put the question to Raghavan? We are talking about building New India, the New World Order. How prepared are our MSMEs?
I would start with the South has a fairly strong industrial culture. Industrial culture is different from industrial base, but South has a pretty strong industrial culture. To understand that, one should go and see places like Coimbatore, okay, where pump companies thrive and sell globally, and go around Chennai. Most of the ancillaries of you take any car maker or even Tata Motors, Ashok Leyland, even Ashok Leyland has plant here. And we have ancillaries which have been here for, I would say, probably more than 30, 40 years. They've been thriving. And there are good educational institutions around. I'm not talking only about engineering colleges. I'm talking about polytechnics. Even the quality of ITI in South is, I would say, I haven't seen across multiple regions, at least a couple of regions that I have seen. South, I do find the tradesmen to be fairly knowledgeable about their jobs, and then the sincerity about focusing on the work and delivering results. So there has been an industrial culture in South. Spinning mills were thriving, and foundry was thriving, and auto component industry came, and then there were a lot of ancillary companies came. Subsequently, somewhere down the road, we lost a lot of talent to the software industry. And South lost a lot of talent to the software industry. And now we are trying to catch up, and we seem to be getting people from other parts of India and trying to catch up as well.
Raghu, we spoke of micro industries as well, and they make 99%, over 90% of the total MSMEs. These are really small enterprises. And are we expecting way too much from them when we put on all of these expectations of the new world order, etc.? What are those challenges that micro industries are facing today?
2 years back, the classification of MSME in this country has been largely different now. All these figures of 6.3 crores MSMEs belong to 2017 year statistics. They don't belong to the reclassified statistics. The reclassification has enabled, for example, earlier MSME, that means by 2019 year, when you called as an MSME, you are classified with an investment from 25 lakhs to 5 crores to 10 crores. That's all. Today, that basket is enlarged. Enlarged to the extent a micro industry is 1 crore investment on plant and machinery, from 10 lakhs, 25 lakhs to 1 crore, and a 5 crore turnover. A medium scale industry is 50 crore investment and 250 crore turnover. Look at the kind of the bandwidth people have come in as an MSME. So problems are different. Micro enterprises are like the self-driven two-wheeler drivers. The small-scale industries are like the four-wheeler and the SUVs. The medium-scale industries are like the truck and the buses. Unfortunately, we call them under one basket and then put them in the one lane. That is why the cyclists are getting sandwiched. That's why you will find the pains of the micro entrepreneurs enlarging, but they will emerge out successfully.
Saraswati, if I may ask you, a lot of them talk about the credit gap. A lot of them work in spaces where credit is not easily available. We do talk about schemes, we do talk about policy framework, but is it really reaching the ones that need that aid?
On the credit guarantee also, as I feel, probably during the COVID, I think to some extent the scheme worked well, at least for the short term, because for some time, at least during the COVID, that came as a rescue. But then we will have to, going forward, we definitely have to look at new models. In fact, one of the suggestions we were saying, in some countries, they have a first-class credit corporation, guarantee corporation. So even for the Tamil Nadu government as a chamber, we said that there is a Tamil Nadu Industrial Investment Corporation TIC. That could be probably converted so that the difference is they underwrite totally the thing. So when they go to these MSME, go to the banks, probably they get assurance because somebody is guaranteeing it fully. Not like a credit guarantee, it's not after they get into the problem. So this kind of small tinkering, both in the definitions as well as in some of these models, may be required to some extent to ease the problems of the MSMEs.
To hear the Symphony story, massive scale, started as a small company. When we talk about digital adaptation, when we talk about getting on the tech highway, when we talk about smaller companies talking about how to keep up with technology, what has been the Symphony story? And what do you think with MSMEs when we look around? How easy or difficult is it to keep up with the tech change?
We started way back in '88. In the initial years, we were, a big national player. We were selling all across the country. We became a huge national brand. And, in the year 2000, mid of 2004-05, we started going global. 2009, we had a big acquisition. We acquired one of the world's largest air cooler company in Phoenix, Arizona. And that is when we really went global. We got an opportunity. We acquired this Chinese company in 2015. In 2018, we got another opportunity, a large company in Australia by the name of Climate Technologies. We acquired that company. Now, why I'm telling about all these acquisitions is, coming back to your question. Now, sitting in India, to manage, companies all across, we have a company and a whole full setup in China, in Brazil, in Mexico, in USA, Australia. These are our own subsidiaries. Now, you cannot manage until and unless you automate your processes. If you have to become bigger, you have to embrace technology. You have to go digital. And the best part of digital is a great leveler. Whether it is the world's largest company or a MSME, eventually when you go on internet, everybody sees that same space. Unlike in a physical world, you go and see a large office and see, oh, wow, this is a big company. A MSME can put up a great website and still, appear to be one of the best companies in the world.
Now I have absolutely no time. Thank you so much, gentlemen, and thank you, Saraswati, for this wonderful, insightful panel that we put up for everybody who's here.
Symphony presents Thinkers of Tomorrow in partnership with News 18 Network.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the next speaker is an industry stalwart, a name to reckon with. May I please have the honors of inviting on stage our chief guest of the evening, Mr. Uday Narang, founder and chairman, Omega Seki Mobility Private Limited, for the key address.
India is on the march. Let me tell you guys, I spent 30 years between US and Europe, and I'll tell you one thing, there's no place better than to be in this country right now. I know we're going to, we're the third largest automobile market in the world. I think we're really going to be, the third largest economy in the world without a shadow of a doubt. I was a Wall Street, I was a Wall Streeter for a long, long time before I tried. There now I've become a disruptor and energy. I'm an environmentalist and working in this space. But I will tell you, we will be the third largest economy in the world. And if you want to be, and if we want to be a 5 to 10 trillion economy, I think those companies have to be a part of the change. I think this is something that is extremely important. Obviously, they contribute significantly to the economic growth, job creation, innovation, and obviously poverty reduction. I want to be in a country, I want to be in India where, if we are a 10 trillion economy, I don't want to see, 2 or 3 or 5 people in Mumbai or in Gujarat or in other place running this country. I want that the majority of the country to be moved up. One thing which I am working tirelessly on is Nari Shakti. I think this country has got such a powerful women. I mean, if we want to be a 10 trillion economy, we've got to make sure those 50% of those women have an opportunity. In MSMEs, in whatever rate they're the most talent. I think that if we want to be a country where we want to be the 3rd largest economy in the world, we have to train, recruit, retain employees from diverse backgrounds, create an inclusive workplace environment that provides equal opportunity for all employees. This does not only help SMSE, but also in a broader talent pool, helps foster creativity, innovation, and better decision making. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Narang. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to honor and celebrate those mavericks who personify leaders of change. Now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting our first category for this evening.
Thinkers of Tomorrow in Agriculture and Farming category.
And the award goes to C6 Energy Private Limited. Now moving on to our next category.
Thinkers of Tomorrow in Automobiles and OEM category.
And we have 2 winners in this category. And in no particular order, may I please invite the first winner. And that is Bharat Balancing Weights and Company to come up and receive the award. Now the next winner in the same category is iMate Engineering Private Limited. Now moving on to our next category.
Thinkers of Tomorrow in FMCG category.
And the award in this category goes to EcoFem. Well, the team unfortunately could not make it to the event due to some personal reasons, but we wish them all the best and a huge round of applause for them. Now moving on to our next category.
Thinkers of Tomorrow in Health and Wellness category.
And the award in this category goes to Meenakshi Mission Hospital and Research Center. Now moving on to our next category.
Thinkers of Tomorrow in Fashion and Accessories category.
And well, the award in this category goes to Lehman's. And moving on, the next category is
Thinkers of Tomorrow in Retail and E-commerce category.
And the award in this category goes to Ariro Private Limited. Now let's move on to our next category.
Thinkers of Tomorrow in Restaurants and Cloud Kitchens category.
And the award in this category goes to Gajamukha Foods Private Limited, Edible Pro. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, to our next category.
Thinkers of Tomorrow in Logistics category.
Now in logistics, please put your hands together for Simplify Softtech India Private Limited. Let's see the categories now.
Thinkers of Tomorrow in Special category.
And well, for this special category, we have not 1 but 5 winners. So in no particular order, please put your hands together for Rapid Dew Technologies Private Limited. Now the next awardee is Goyal, Marble and Granite. The next winner in special category is Reliance Diamond Tool. Now the next one in this category is MBM India Private Limited. Now moving on to the last but not the least category of the evening now, and we have saved the grand one for the last.
Thinkers of Tomorrow in Most Promising MSME in South Zone category.
Well, the award in this category goes to Rero Private Limited. Heartiest congratulations to all the winners.
Symphony presents Thinkers of Tomorrow in partnership with News 18 Network.